The luxury lifestyle of a triple amputee Iraq vet and his TikTok star wife who bought boats, an SUV, jewelry, and plastic surgery. With $350,000 that was stolen from We Build the Wall donations, plastic surgery. You will get to see that here shortly. I might need some, that's why I'm keeping my face off camera today. For some reason, had a little reaction post-shave today. Let's get on with it. Brian Kolfage, 38, is the main beneficiary of the alleged scheme involving Steve Bannon and two others. He took $20,000 a month for running the We Build the Wall private effort. According to prosecutors, Kolfage is a triple amputee, Purple Heart veteran who lost an arm and two legs in Iraq in 2004. If he is a triple amputee and Purple Heart veteran, I would imagine that he is getting 100% disability. And I believe, and I could be wrong on this, but I think Purple Heart, maybe it's POW, but I think Purple Heart gets an additional amount above the 100% disability amount, and he'd probably be getting SSD as well. So, maybe that wasn't enough, but we'll see. They already declared him guilty, and you know what I always say, we've got to wait until things play out. Even in the case of that Miami youthful pimp that I talked about a couple days ago, and these cases with the police and stuff like that, we've just got to wait. But let's read about it a little bit and see what they say here. He and his wife Ashley married in 2011 after he returned from Iraq. She was working as a Chili's waitress. Has anybody actually been to a Chili since 2011? I don't think I have. She is now a model, like how they put in quotes there, with 300,000 followers on TikTok, and he is an avid Trump supporter and activist. She enthusiastically posts videos of their life on the Florida Panhandle. On her TikTok account, the pair spend most of their time on the boat or in their home, which is in Gulf community in Miramar Beach. Seems like it should say a community. Prosecutors say Kolfage took $350,000 from the GoFundMe, which he launched in December 2018. They say he spent the money on a golf cart, SUV, boat payments, and cosmetic surgery. I'm guessing that cosmetic surgery was probably for her. Steve Bannon, Shea, and Andrew Badolato have also been charged and all face 40 years in prison. Woo, baby! Prosecutors say they lied to donors who gave more than $25 million to the account by claiming the would not take any money for themselves. Who writes this stuff? That should be they, Jennifer Smith. The Purple Heart tribute amputee Iraq veteran charged along with Steve Bannon and two others with stealing money from the We Build the Wall GoFundMe account spent $350,000 on boats, an SUV, plastic surgery, jewelry, home renovations, and credit card debt, prosecutors claim. Prosecutors allege Brian Kolfage, a triple amputee. God, my God, how many times are they going to tell me that he's an amputee? In 2018, Kolfage set up the GoFundMe account in support of President Trump and to prove the nation's appetite for a border wall between the U.S. and Mexico. Some photos are below. I don't want to tease it too much. We'll just leave it right there. It was inundated with donations from Republicans and had collected more than $20 million by December that year. GoFundMe became suspicious of where the money was going and warned Kolfage to donate it to a legitimate charity or refund everyone who'd given to it. That is when prosecutors say Bannon, Shea, and Andrew Badolato got involved. They used shell companies and a not-for-profit formed by Bannon to launder money back to Kolfage and keep some for themselves, it's claimed. Interesting. Sounds like Black Lives Matter and Act Blue, doesn't it? All right, so here we go. Are you guys ready to see some of that surgical money at work? So, she's, not the greatest, but bam! Woo, baby. That is money well spent. Let's get it right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. No word yet on whether the money was used to get this tattoo here. I'm sure it's something that's very academic and scholarly, though. That's he and his wife, Ashley, so he's 38. Also a triple amputee, if you didn't know, from the previous 8 times they said it. and wife Ashley, so she's 33. Here's the Build the Wall campaign. It says here, if every Trump supporter who voted in 2016 would donate $80, we could raise enough money to fund and build most of the entire U.S. southern border wall. Pause it here if you want to read the rest. That's him there with Don Jr. There's him with Bannon. All right, so we get to the nitty-gritty here. The fund would pay the shell companies. Then they would deposit the money back into accounts held by Kolfage or his wife. Huh. So she has some involvement in it too, potentially, if she set up the accounts. These may have been done without her knowledge, of course. Marking the transactions down as for media, consulting, or social media, it is alleged. Despite claiming on the GoFundMe that he'd never take a penny from the donations, the indictment alleges that Kolfage took $20,000 a month salary from it, in addition to a one-off $100,000 payment. I'm guessing that was where money went for the boat and for the missus and her new flotation devices. In total, he took $350,000, it is claimed. Now that is where the problem is. That statement. Had he not made that statement, then perhaps he wouldn't be looking at this kind of legal trouble that he's looking at right now. Bannon allegedly took $1 million from it, some of which he used to pay Kolfage, but some he allegedly kept and spent on hotels, travel, and credit card debt. How come people aren't smart? American Greed, right? If you've seen that TV show. Great show. Go back and watch some of the episodes. I always call it American Greedy because on one end, people got greedy sending their money to these idiots that were promising them 15, 20% returns, and they got took. They got conned. They were greedy too. You rarely hear individuals who do these type of schemes or scams, we're saying allegedly here, they never take that money and invest it in stock. They always seem to spend it on bimbos, partying, boats, food, useless stuff, things that won't set you up for long-term financial stability. Come on, criminals, do better. While Bannon is the most recognizable name in the indictment, Kolfage, 38, and his wife Ashley, 33, spent the money most enthusiastically. The pair live with their 2 children in a $290,000 home in Miramar, on the Florida Panhandle. Ashley is active on Instagram and TikTok, where she shows off their weekends on boats and driving the golf cart prosecutors claim was paid for with the stolen donation money. Once he's been fitted with prosthetics, he moved to Arizona, which is where he reconnected with Ashley, then a waitress at Chili's. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Having met her years earlier. The pair married in 2011 and welcomed 2 children years later. He lived quietly as a war hero until Trump entered the political world. Then he became an activist. In December 2018, he launched a GoFundMe, saying at the time he had grown sick of too many illegals taking advantage of the U.S. taxpayers and the political games from both parties. I will second that last statement there. Political games from both parties indeed. It looks like we get a little bit of a video here. Just out of curiosity and for sake of deep investigative journalism, which of course I'm not, let's check it out. Oh shit. Yep. Where's the girl? Where's she at? Decided to wash the car first. Here we go. We got water, we've got soap, we've got a blonde who's plastic. I think we know what we're... There it is.
Everybody always says,
wait.
Daddy's money. But really, it's
Man, oh man. Alright, I can't deal with that. Alright, here he is in his Military days, obviously. Oh, there he is after the, what is it here? Lost both of his legs and an arm. There they are. The happy couple. George W. Donnie Jr. Is this even her here? She looks a little different here and here. There we go. Bring it on home. I think these photos say it all. All right, let's read this one last section, and then we'll look at some photos real quick and just wrap it up. I'll archive it, of course. It took off on an unprecedented scale, collecting 20 million. It propelled Kolfage into the sphere of media and politics. He frequently tweets in support of the president and against the liberal left, trashes COVID-19 as the biggest scam the world has ever seen, and fires back at anyone who questions the progress of his wall. Sounds like a very tolerant individual. What a nice guy. Guy you'd love to meet and shake his hand, right? The wall that his fund was paying for is not the same one the government is building, and the president has distanced himself from Kolfage's efforts. It hasn't stopped him from pushing ahead with it, even as people questioned where the money was going last May, when there had been seemingly little progress. Kolfage came under fire for buying a $600,000 boat that he insisted he purchased before he ever launched the fundraising account. $600K on a boat, man. Wow. It's unclear if it's the same boat prosecutors referred to in their indictment that he was making payments on. When they aren't enjoying their boat, the pair are visiting the wall with their children, often flying privately. They are also flown around by Carrington, a charity that builds homes for veterans. On TikTok, Ashley posts frequently from their home in a bikini. Okay, outstanding. Signing up for an account. I'm kidding. I don't go on that stuff. Come on now. Too old. For her more than 300,000 followers, in recent videos, she is seen dancing on a table for her husband while he sits quietly. Maybe I'll have to rethink that signing up thing. He rarely appears in the videos. She did not immediately return Daily Mail's inquiries on Thursday morning. According to prosecutors, Kolfage enlisted Bannon and Andrew Badolato after GoFundMe threatened to void his online campaign. Bannon formed We Build the Wall, Inc., which he used to take money from the GoFundMe account, then repaid Kolfage, according to prosecutors. He gave him a $100,000 one-off payment, then $20,000 a month as salary, despite claiming in the GoFundMe account that he wouldn't take a penny. At times, they tried to make it look less suspicious by making some of the payments to Ashley, labeling them as media fees. So, if this is going to be proven, or if this is proven in court, then it certainly looks like she has some involvement as well. And how could the spouse not know, right? A lot of times we'd see on these American Greed shows, the woman is good at spending the money, but somehow she always seems to avoid getting a harsh jail sentence. That's a mystery to me. I don't know. In text messages, the defendants discussed the fact that the payments between the charity and Bannon's company would show up in tax returns. Badolato told Kolfage in one text, "Better than you or me, LOL." All right, there she is. Bang! Ay. Trump hat. How I won him over. This appears to be the video they were referring to about her dancing on the table. Trump Pence flag. That's their boat. Is that really a $600,000 boat, though? Call me crazy, but to me, not having been around boats for a while, this seems like a $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 boat, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's just been a long time since I've looked at boats and their prices. All right, so the article goes on for a little bit more. I'll archive it and link it in the description, of course. And I'll just kind of scroll through this here a little bit if you want to pause it and go ahead and read that. And that was actually it right there. Somebody says lock her up to Hans Gruber, not Hans. The whole story seems to be a can of worms. Isn't it great so many people have found these guys guilty and are trying to tie their actions in with the president? He doesn't have a leg to stand on. Oh, brother. There is a balance in nature that will call you to answer for that comment, Kevin, for sure. Kevin got 9 thumbs up, so I think we know who's who's giving the thumbs up on these ones in terms of left or right. Regardless, it's new, it's breaking, so we're going to obviously have to wait and find out some more information about this. Bannon, from what I saw on the news earlier, not this article, but they were trying to make sure to emphasize that he was at one time President Trump's chief of staff, and of course President Trump was trying to distance himself from it, saying he hadn't worked here for a long time. And I can look it up after I'm done here, but it seemed like Bannon was only there for a short period of time. I don't know how long it was, but it seemed like he ran him off pretty quickly. So again, we'll have to wait for the details to come out and see what's going on with this. So innocent until proven guilty. It doesn't look that good for them right now. Ashley, looking pretty good for her. From the neck down. Shh, don't tell anyone I said that. Headed over to TikTok, about to sign up for an account. I'll be back in 8 days after I'm done looking at all of her TikToks. All right, peace out, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching.